Your lesson essential question is, how do I use character responses to events and challenges to determine the central message of a story? So we're going to be focusing on central message this week. This is something we've done before. You probably remember that central message means the lesson or the moral of the story. We determine or figure out the central message by focusing on characters' responses to events and challenges. So those events and challenges usually are the problem and things that happen throughout the story. So we'll be looking at the characters' thoughts, their words, their feelings, and their actions to figure out the central message. So we know that characters respond to events and challenges throughout stories, and they often learn a lesson. We call this lesson a moral or central message. So again, we're going to be looking at the beginning of the story. We'll look for the problem, and this is something you're used to doing. We'll look at the middle, so we'll look at how the character or characters respond through the story. And then at the end, we'll look at the solution, how the problem is solved. Then we'll be able to identify the central message. So again, we'll look for the beginning, the middle, and the end. We'll look at those characters' thoughts, words, feelings, and actions throughout the story. So we use the key details and events of a story to figure out the central message or lesson that the author wants to share with the readers. Many stories have a central message or lesson the author wants to share. The story teaches the lesson through the characters, the events that happen, and what the characters learn. As you read, looking for key details will help you find the central message and understand what you read. So those key details are the characters' thoughts, words, feelings, and actions. Let's take a look at the characters' thoughts, words, feelings, and actions in this cartoon, and then you're going to answer a discussion post. And the discussion post is about the central message. So you'll be identifying the central message on your own. So take a look at the first picture. I see that the little boy is riding a bike. But when I look closer at the picture, I don't know his thoughts, but I know he's saying, his words are, "Don't let me go." His feelings, he doesn't want his mom to let him go. And I look at his face, he looks a little bit scared. So looking at his actions, he's kind of gripping pretty tight. Again, his face is scared, and it looks like mom's helping him out. What's going on in the second picture? So we can't tell his thoughts and feelings, or we can't tell his thoughts and words, but we can see that mom has now let go. His face, looking at his face, he still looks a little nervous. It looks like he's going kind of fast. He still has a kind of tight grip there. And then we look at the last picture. What's going on in that last picture? Okay, you probably said mom's waving goodbye. His words are, "I can do it." His feelings, he's smiling. You probably also said he's not really gripping quite as tight. And it looks like he's still going pretty fast. So you can definitely tell that he's changed from the beginning to the end. He's changed the way he feels about riding the bike. So I think that he's learning a lesson. You're going to be identifying that lesson on your own and writing about it in your discussion post.